Hi, I'm Brett Gallus.
I'm Landon Getty.
I'm Carly House.
I'm Karsten Scherber.
I am Ani Yam.
And welcome to Expander!
We are a team of students in the Industrial and Manufacturing Systems Engineering Department at Iowa State University.
For our senior design project, we had the opportunity to partner with Expander on a facility expansion and layout design project.
Here in DeWitt, Iowa, Expander manufactures the Expander system.
The expander system is a pivot pin that eliminates wear and rotational joints by expanding to create a secure fit for any hole.
The expander system is comprised of
a pin, sleeves, washers, and bolts.
In the next 5 years, Expander projects an increase in sales from $7 million to $20 million. To meet this projected increase in sales, we worked with Expander to develop a 5-year facility expansion.
We have 3 main objectives for our facility expansion. Number 1, provide a future state layout that meets $20 million in sales by 2027. Number 2, reduce the average distance traveled for parts per projected sales by 25%. Number 3, not to exceed the expansion budget of just under $7 million.
The Expander facility currently resides on only 8% of their property, which means there's lots of room for expansion. To better understand the facility, we created spaghetti diagrams, value stream maps, relationship diagrams, and performed work sampling studies.
We identified several lean improvement opportunities, especially with raw material delivery, outsourced work, and material flow.
Currently, Expander spends a large amount of time unloading raw material through these doors outside, bringing them in with a fork truck, and then storing them in this large bar raw material racking system.
Once stored, the bars are difficult to remove from the racking, and it takes the saw operator a great amount of time to retrieve a bar for processing.
Expander uses local partners to perform plating and heat treating operations for a large majority of their components. When these components leave and re-enter the facility, they travel almost double the distance of non-outsourced components.
Expander utilizes these small carts to transport material throughout the facility. Once the material is done at the saw area, it comes to this raw material staging area. CNC operators come over here to grab a cart full of raw material and then bring it back to their CNC machine. Throughout the rest of the process, there is no staging area for these carts, which can lead to excess travel and potentially cluttered walkways for the workers.
Based on our conversations with Expander and the improvement opportunities identified during our current state analysis, we developed a future state layout design.
We utilized capacity data from our work sampling studies to determine how many operators to hire and which machines to purchase to support the anticipated $20 million in sales.
In the new facility, trucks drive in under a remote-controlled gantry crane. Raw material can be quickly unloaded into new shelf-based racking for easy access.
As material flows linearly upward, it is delivered directly to marked staging areas at each step in the process.
To reduce machine setup and material handling, the subcomponents of the expander system are split up into dedicated lanes.
After the primary machining operations, parts can exit and return through an intermediate outsourcing shipping dock, which drastically reduces material travel.
Finally, parts are assembled and shipped out the north side of the facility.
This future state design achieved each of our project objectives. First, we recommended hiring and machine investments to support $20 million in sales in the future state based on capacity data from our work sampling studies. Second, we reduced the average distance traveled for parts per projected sales by 48%, surpassing our goal of 25%. And lastly, we gathered cost estimates and determined yearly expenditures totaling $4.3 million, which is 38% less than our budgeted $6.9 million.
In addition to our original objectives, we reduced material touches by an average of 15% and improved our relationship diagram flow planner score by 35%. Finally, our project had a final 3-year net present value of just over $11 million with a return on investment of 65%.
We would like to thank our professor, Dr. Sly, the plant manager at Expander, Ozzie Larson, and our many other teammates at Expander.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our project.